beautiful morning to start this video off. Thankfully finally some really good weather. Working on this sewer. We'll get that water over here. The plan is to get this done, I think, and then we're going to swap over that spur road water main for those houses. Get that done, get those houses water. Yeah.
So if you grab me a rock, Chris. Needs a bigger one.
Got the sewer, the apron I think is like over here, so that sewer is out of the street, so we'll be able to tie in to that down the road. But we got that's the main right there. That's the water main that we were working on, so we have a fitting. We'll go right over top of that sewer, and I think we're gonna go that way a little bit. Especially just get it off the main road here, so that this can be bindered and pressure tested, chlorinated, and all that stuff. So we'll get those couple pieces in.
Bring that 22 back. Fuck, this never worked.
because they just drew imaginary lines. Well, so the road goes like that and like that. So if we gotta walk it around a little bit.
It's just that we have the sewer parallel with it. So we need to be 10 feet away from the sewer.
I don't think cutting that back a foot is gonna change the angle all that much.
Can't be that close. We have to go that way sometime.
Needs to be as close as possible, basically. The greater that distance is, the more that's. But obviously we can't go that close. Need to make flexible fittings, or just engineers that aren't morons. How crucial is it that it's parallel the entire way?
Like I said, you gotta keep trying to hit a hydrant.
Well, it's
Yeah.
300 feet away though.
Huh?
It's 300 feet away, it's 200 feet away.
That's how we ended up with this, I guess. But it's gotta be 10 feet off the sewer.
Yeah, well if anything it's going to be more. You got sewer going like that and this is going around like that. sir. So we got this sewer all done. The end is over there, and the water main ends right here. We're gonna put another test tap right there, and then another one just behind Mike on the 8-inch main. So we're gonna do 2 more taps the water department wants. So I'm gonna goop up, use Mueller stuff. I'm gonna goop up this, get this ready for him. He's almost done already tapping that one. Our machine is a rather bigger machine. You can do 2-inch direct and 1-inch direct with it, and I guess we could probably do 3/4 as well. So it's a big unit to unpack for sure. It's got some weight to it, but it's a very versatile machine, and it's killer to have. It is nice. It's a nice unit. It's a nice unit. If I get these 2 corpse doped up, maybe we can watch Mike a little more tap the other one. But yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's
It is.
in the trailer.
Oh, you're gonna need that for that comp.
This town requires copper from the corp to the curb stop, so we just got a couple rolls of that. That stuff goes up in price, I think, every time we need to buy it. Although it's probably maintained, I don't even know how much it is, 10 bucks a foot or whatever. It's expensive. I don't buy it, but it is pricey. But yeah, so to get it off of the road is copper, and then it's basically the town's portion of it is copper. I don't really know quite what the idea behind it is. You know, I think that the plastic is more durable, and plastic lasts just about near forever. It's gonna outlast the main, so whatever. Cut it like back here.
Yeah, give us a little bit extra. Bend it. Why do these fit?
it's gonna be too sharp, but putting a corp on that end, right?
Yep.
Should we put a fresh cut on this end?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to just flatten that out, if you push down, Mike, flatten it, we'll stick it in there, and then I'll just bend down on my end, and it'll kind of just morph the whole thing to it.
It goes up like this. It goes up and down. Whoa.
There you go. So we got the copper in, we got that other plastic water service in. So we went copper on that one, and they're both going to be, the copper one is going to be for chlorination from that 8-inch gate that way, because this side of the main will be chlorinated, will be pressure tested, will be live by the time we get that done. And then once we're done using it as a chlorination tap, we're actually going to use it as a service for the house that's right there. The all plastic one, that cork will get removed and the plug will get put in its place in the main. And like I said, that's going to be I think you're going to take the test sample out of that. And how I was talking about in the last video, hold on. How I was talking about in the last video about how they were going to use it as to get their test sample. They take a test sample to make sure the water inside the main is safe and the chlorination process was effective. So they don't like taking the test samples out of the hydrants. They don't like taking the samples out of the hydrants because they're worried about the oil in the hydrants fluctuating the results. The only thing that's a little weird about it is the oil that Mueller, or in this case it's Simpson, something like that, or no, it's water, something, whatever. They all use the same oil, and it's food grade oil, so it's safe to consume because that's in direct contact with the water supply. So the test that they would be taking, the water test, quality test, wouldn't be affected by that. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's not a big deal. I mean, now's the time to do it. I mean, it takes us an extra 15 minutes to throw another tap in, so that's not really that big of a deal. You get the charge for the tap, so oh well, it is what it is. But so that's what the current plan for those two services are. That's another great thing about that GPS system we have. We can locate and we can shoot the point of them corps, and especially the one that's right there near the excavator bucket. We're taking that one out. Now we have a point on the tablet there. Shows up, tells exactly where that thing is, gives us an elevation. We can see everything else that's under the ground along with it. So when we're digging it up, we don't hit it. You know, that unit is without a doubt worth every penny. That's a TopCon. I think they call it. I think it's considered a stakeout tool. But that one's a TopCon. You know, they all have them. Trimble has it, but we ended up just going with TopCon. It was a pretty reasonable price. Our lasers are TopCon and everything like that. Yeah, worth every penny. Sounded like tomorrow we're gonna work on this water main here. Mike's moving all this crap aside, but we got a stub right here. That's drainage, this is water. So we go all the way up. We have the services for all the houses brought to the curb. And the curb stop will do that. And so we're gonna see if we can get this a couple pieces. I don't know how many pieces. Maybe 7, 8 pieces of ductile iron in here. 6 to 8, I would say. But see if we can clean this up so we're ready to go in the morning. Good morning. It's already hot out. Very sunny, so I got the berm extension on. We'll give it another shot today. You see here the orange painted line. That's the water main. He's dragging the dumpster out of the way. I don't know, the contractors are working, I think, in almost all these houses, so it'll be interesting now that we're gonna have this all dug up. We wanted to do it before, but the builder insisted that we keep on moving down the road, so we're like, all right, whatever. That's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. So, but that's all right, we'll get it done. Everyone will just have to work around us now. Oh well. Another like 2 feet down. What a difference when the temperature is just a little warmer.
Chris Smarko was saying those guys that were doing Wicked Mav, they did that all that water main when it was like wicked cold out over the winter.
Yeah.
They had 4 rolled gaskets.
Wow.
The guys that did it.
18's like right here. want to slide the strap. The service for that house right there, kind of battling it. That service goes underneath the footing, but it's still it's still quite a bit of a climb for this water main. So we had these two pieces in, as you can tell, but we need to bump them up so that we're not fighting. So we're not fighting the curve or the bend in each fitting of this pipe. We have a max of 5 degrees and we can't exceed that. So, but we also don't want to get the pipes going like this and then like this, and then you need to level back out, which we need to do basically right after we get past the service for that house. We need to level this main off. So we got to make sure we're not exceeding a 5-degree pitch. That way when we get back and we need to level off, we can do that. We got it figured out, all under control. Just takes some time. Just takes time. .65. That's 5. So could do another block if you wanted. Where are we cover wise? Just because if this was
between those two,
this was set up for that 13.5, right?
Jesus. Right in between the two buildings. So that means that sewer is 65, 81.
So we're up 4 inches. So the next piece, Mike, we're gonna be high enough with this where we can start to level off. You know what I mean? Start to lessen that curve so that we're not going like, you know, shooting up to the sky to get over that service.
What do you got right there?
6 or 7 3 703.
So 5 feet of cover is 659.
659. So that's here. So we still have that.
Yeah,
so we have the 5 feet of
top
cover.
Right. Where is this?
Oh, okay. So we're at like 5 feet of cover right now then. So we're probably good. But you know what I mean? Right.
Where are you at right now?
Where am I at right now?
What's that? That's the number.
703.
Yeah.
That's the ground though.
So 540 is that sewer.
540 is the sewer. Well, that's. Well, I guess. Where were you getting the 5 feet of cover number?
Off that sewer manhole. It's in between these two buildings.
Right there. So, yeah. So we're still going up another probably a foot. So 5 what?
40.
540. This is.
That's 9 inches. Let me get from the bottom.
So maybe we should go up a little bit more. I think think with this next one, get it up to this height, and then we can start to level up.
So go up another 13 and a half
Yeah.
or 16. Well, if we do 13,
Well, this one's already a little more than
This one's probably
13.
16.
This one's probably like 16. Yeah. So maybe we should do 16, which would make sense because that 13 and a half number must have been from the top of the pipe, but we need the bottom of the pipe, so you split that in half. It's another 3 inches,
so
making it
another
16 and a
so
half.
we do, that one was 7 what?
There it is. Found it. Huh? Get this done and then drive it right in here. Two inches maybe above this. Is that what we're doing, Mike? We're just gonna stay right on top of it, or if I have him dig on that side of it first, then pull this that way so we can. I don't think we have to stick so close to this pipe though to get that. I don't think we have to be so close to this piece of pipe to get that though.
Put it on 40.
540?
0.40.
0.
Yeah, so this grade right here is where we need to be at. That's like 4 feet, right?
Yeah, it's just over 4 feet.
Yeah, so this is a foot below. That's a foot below finish grade at the corner right there.
Oh, so we're good with this grade then.
Yeah,
You
so-
want to go here?
Yeah.
Moving along pretty good now. That was that service that we were worried about, that we had to put the water main up and over. But yeah, it looks good now. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's quite a bit of the main's kind of like right here. It's kind of flat and it goes down, kind of goes like that right around there. Well, I mean, not so much. It's kind of level and goes down kind of like that. We have a 150 feet of ductile iron, 6-inch ductile iron in this street, and it is a constant uphill. We have about 7 feet of change in height and 150 feet of pipe, so it's pretty drastic. Each piece is right around 16 inches, I would say. Some are a little more, some are a little less when you begin that climb up and when you start to level off. So I don't know if you can tell on the camera. I don't know how it's going to come on the computer, but there is quite a bit of slope drop off to this. But water department was just here. They're all good with everything. They've been a good water department to deal with. No pains nothing like that. They're pretty easy going. So I'll once you compact that trench, I'll bulldoze it all with the skid steer, and then that should be good to drum drive it. So you don't have to worry about fixing any of the grade or anything. AC, nice and cold in here. Oof. Then I can just hit the button and the forks will come off. Ah, this thing's nice now. This AC will give you like frostbite on your kneecaps because the vents are, you got 3 vents all along your leg. Supposedly the new ones, the vents are up here. I don't know, I haven't seen anything about that. My dad was saying the vents are up here now, which would be nice. You get more of like a face cooling. Yesterday afternoon, we just put this one in now, and it looks like the curb line is down here a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like right here. So it comes down, goes like that, and then there's a turnaround over there, kind of like where the end of the 320 is. But I was just looking at these rock guards on the 320. We bought this machine used, but it's pretty crazy how mangled those are. The ones on the inside are significantly worse. But have to fix those or something, replace them maybe. you have a small level?
Yeah, it's in the bag.
Up. Oop. Yeah, right about there. Here, I'll hold it just. Okay, that's good. Just have to. What do you want? Up just a smidge. Here you go, I got my foot on the back, that'll stay on there. If you, let me see. If you swing that way, just a touch. Again. And then if you stick in just the stick. How's that looking down there, Mike? I got my foot on the back, so it never popped out. What was that?
It looks good to me. I'll get this gasket.
Okay. Oh. Good job, Mike. Right on the money, per usual. There'll be a lumber truck that takes this thing out. I got some stone right here, Mike. Needs to be shoveled out of the way. There we go. So we got all the way down to the hydrant. We got that hydrant all set. Now we're gonna backfill what we can, what's been inspected, and this is, I don't know, we figured we give this a try. This is actually working out nice and easy. To get this first lift in, get it so Mike can run the trench compactor. Backfilled, graded up. Gotta do a little bit of grading right where the roller is, but there's a little bit of handwork right at the hydrant. But for the most part, that's all done. That was a good little side job. Yeah, a little different from what we've been doing, so that's kind of nice for a change of pace. But we're heading back up there. I'm gonna get rid of all this rocky fill. They're gonna screen this up, turn it into regular fill, but I'll get moving on all that. Well, we got that all done. Mike's just giving the whole road one last little roll. Got the dumpster back. Got some blocks to kind of guard that hydrant and the gate box. But yeah, looks good. All back to how it was, let's see, Tuesday, right? Yeah, earlier this week. All back to normal now. We're gonna move back out there. We got some more drainage and some more sewer work before we can do the final fill. We got brick inverts to do, so there's still some work to do. Got a couple loads of sand today, which is good. We ran out yesterday, or the day before. Yeah, the day before yesterday. Can't even remember the days anymore. But yeah, good to go. Good morning. So we're gonna start out today by drilling this, getting this drainage all taken care of. We got a 6-inch pipe going this way for the house's gutter systems, and then we got a couple pieces of ADS connecting the 2 catch basins, the manhole. So we'll get coring those. We got some new chains. These ones, the safety, it fits on there. Should make it a lot easier trying to move these things. I know a lot of guys, they have like 2 chains that go like kind of like that. I guess our kind of beef with that is the chains bite into the side and they do this, and now it's not a totally tarred piece, you know. Might be little, but try and keep it as tarred as possible, and those chains will break chunks off, break up here, and so that's why we use the lifting bar. be able to do that from the side?
Find out. These fucking heavier chains is gonna push it over the
What'd you say?
edge. These heavier chains are gonna push it right over the edge.
Yeah. He got it. He got it. The little 308 that could. That machine we put over 17,000 hours on. That machine has a lot of hours on it. You wouldn't know though. Still in great shape. We've done an undercarriage. No serious motor work. No pump. Thing just keeps on ticking. Ooh. It's nice drilling these small holes again. The bit's way lighter and the core is way lighter. But it is what it is. Ready to put the big boy on the drill. Just gonna wait for Mike, have Mike give me a hand. So this is the 20-inch bit. This is we're drilling this for 15-inch ADS. So you might be able to get away with an 18-inch hole if it's on the start of a pipe, because it's ADS is like does have a little bit of a bevel to it. At the beginning, but if it's a cut piece of pipe, I don't think it'll work for 18. I could be wrong, but the 20 will give us a little bit of room, and I don't have an 18, so 20 is gonna have to do. But I've never drilled one this big. 16 is as big as I've ever drilled, so this will be interesting. The bit is pretty heavy. It showed up in a big huge crate, but it is heavy, so I need a second set of hands to actually put it on, I think. Let's see.
Fucking ready?
Well, you grabbed it. I didn't know you were gonna do it that way. Here. Spinning. Should be fun to get off.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the guacamole.
There you go.
It's a big bit. We even have a bigger one.
The next one up is as big as it's gonna fit in there, though.
Yeah. I don't know how much clinch. Yep. Another inch bigger. You're only about a 1/4 inch away from this thing, so 22 is as big as it will go. All set up. Let's see how this goes. We got the water on. I'm ready to rock and roll. that wasn't that bad, I don't think. It did it pretty well. Now for the next challenge, how can we get the bit off of there and get the piece of concrete that's inside that bit out of the bit? I don't know, I'm almost thinking disconnect the bit from the drill, take all of this off, and then I have core bit extensions, so screw that into there, and it gives you something to grab onto, maybe drag it out, we can prop it up, and then hopefully we can pick that core bit up. You know, I think that's what I'll do. Give it a shot. If it don't work, won't do it again. Well, we'll see how that goes. Oh, jeez. I want to say when UPS dropped that bit off, it was a two-man team, which tells me just the bit alone was over 75 pounds. So if I had to guess, that combination with the concrete inside of it is probably somewhere in the 170, 180, almost 200 pound range. What's it gonna do? Start raining? I didn't think it was gonna rain. Oh, it's like raining out. Oh my gosh. That's no fun. Alrighty. So I got a 6-inch extension and a 12-inch extension. This will give me something to hold on to and really grab this bit with. Let's see, this is gonna come crashing down, I think. Oh my. Oh boy. Holy smokes. That's a hole. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd say that's that's pretty close to 200 pounds. I can't even lift it up. Oh. Wow. Almost need something to screw in here. You could pick it up with a machine. Oh boy. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I can't even. Oh, got lucky. Wow. That's a backbreaker if I've ever seen one. Holy mackerel. But that worked out pretty good. This rain isn't making this any funner. Whew. That's the last one of those for today. We got a 16 and a 16, and we're done. Come this way just a little bit. If you way down. Got that piece of pipe in. It's raining out pretty good now. Oh. Today's Friday. So lately, and what I mean by lately is the past 12 weeks or something like that, it's rained every Saturday. And tomorrow is no exception of that rule. So guess the rain's coming in a little earlier. And you get a nice sprinkle now until tomorrow, and we'll do this all tomorrow. Supposedly. Gosh, I hope not, but there's Mike, piece of pipe. There. It's raining out good now though. We got both those pipes in. We got them basically mostly backfilled and everything. It started to rain. I'm all wet, but it's Friday. It's 6 o'clock. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.